During a crisis, you can very easily become overwhelmed and then you lose your ability to function. So I thought it might be useful to share a technique that the military use to make sense of chaos. And they do that by asking a simple question to start with: what is the situation? And the tool they use to answer this question is a thing called the 3-column format. So you have 3 columns. In the first column, you write down factors. Now this is any bit of information that you can think of that is relevant. And you might think of things like political, economic, social, technical, legal, and any other factors that are going to have an influence on the situation you find yourself in. And the key thing is that you just start bullet pointing these into this column. So these are your inputs. So you start bullet pointing your inputs into this column and you're just throwing the information in there. The next column is for your considerations. Now this is where you look at each of these inputs in turn and just ask a question. You say, so what? And instead of grappling with all the information at one time, you're just thinking about one piece of information at a time and asking, so what? And you can write that down in the middle column. From this, you start getting your outputs. And these can be in the form of either a task, something you know you have to do, a constraint, something you know you can't do, and possibly a question. So that's some information you know you need to go and get. So by using this simple format, you can take all of the information you've got that is otherwise overwhelming and throw it into this column. You pick out one bit of information at a time and keep asking yourself, so what, so what, so what, and write your considerations down in the middle. And from those considerations, you just pick out your tasks, your constraints, and your questions. And that means that you end up with a manageable bullet point list of things you must do, things you can't do, and questions you need to answer.